Hey everybody, it's Kai here to 13th Channel, and this is my final video of the night about the Chris Rock and Will Smith fiasco. I had taken some time to calm down and to kind of think through things. And one of the things that I know about us with all of the social media that we are exposed to, when we see something occur that is so out of the ordinary, it really does shock you. I've been on a few other videos and watched people talk about what's happened, and you get people on both sides of the fence. Some people are like, cancel Will Smith. Some people are like, cancel Chris Rock. I'm not on cancel either of them. What I am saddened by, and as this comes more and more out, more and more to light, and more information has come out about this, they were not faking this. They were not faking this. This was real. And to have somebody come out of the audience and walk up to someone presenting an award and hit them, whether they hit them, made contact with them with the skin, or just even made the motion in a real fashion, is a problem. I don't care who you are. You should not be going up on stage and attacking anyone there. Will Smith and Chris Rock have been on stages before. We all know that the stage is just a sacred place. You let the person on stage do what they need to do, and then you handle any disagreement afterwards. But you don't use that stage as a forum to air your grievances with that person. You don't do it. It is not a boxing ring, and you just don't do it. You just don't do it. And the more I come to terms with the fact that this is real, the more sad I get, the more disappointed I get, because these aren't kids. They know better. I know Will Smith had someone say something about someone he cares very deeply for, his wife. I get that. And I certainly would have made a stink about it after the awards. Now, I'm not Will Smith, so I can only speak for myself. But I certainly would have been all over Chris Rock's behind after the awards. But during the awards, that's the time for your game face, so you can get your award, so you can go make your speech and go backstage and have all the paparazzi talk to you and all the reporters. Not to go up and hit somebody on the stage. That's not the time. That's not the time. And, part of me just wants to lean into the fact that this might still be fake. I want to so badly. I really do. In my heart of hearts, I want to believe that this was staged. But like I said, the more I look at what's going on, and people are saying, people are talking, and reports are coming in, this is not fake. This is real. And it makes me disappointed for everybody, because you know what? Everybody lost tonight. Will Smith didn't win an award. He won an award technically, but he didn't win an award. He snagged all that air out of the room for everybody else. Now everyone's only going to be talking about Will, and no one's going to care about who else wins. No one's going to care who won what. We don't talk about Jada, right? That's all we're thinking about. And everybody hates Chris. That's all we're thinking about tonight. I even forgot what was the Best Picture nominee. I forgot because I just got wrapped up in this. But again, I go back to, this is not the forum to air your grievances. Your grievances can be aired after. I mean, I can see Chris Rock saying what he said and Will Smith going backstage after his win and then letting Chris Rock have it in front of all that media back there. I can't believe he said this about my wife. I would have let the media have it. I would not have let Chris Rock have it on stage. That's just me. And I'm so sad that they did it. Again, we have Will Packer as a producer. I mean, people are making jokes about Oscars So Black because there was a black guy hitting a black guy on stage and like, oh, you can dress him up, but you can't take him out. We all know all these little things, all these stereotypes and stuff. But at the same time, you know, that's what happens. You know, I get so disappointed when I go out sometimes and I'm just myself. And I know in the back of my head that someone might be thinking, if I'm in a store, oh, that black lady's probably stealing something or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I can feel it sometimes. And it's like, I don't want to be part of someone's stereotypical stuff. I didn't want Will Smith to be characterized as stereotypical. He wasn't at Before Tonight. And Chris Rock rose up, you know, they got out of their hoods, their ghettos, wherever their situations were, to become better people. And tonight was not an example of all that they have learned. It looked like they just went right back to being brawlers and ballers, and nothing was gained, nothing was learned. I'm so sad, guys. I'm so sad. What do you guys think about the events of tonight? If you guys get an opportunity to visit Donye's Unsolicited Opinion channel, take a listen to her video. I thought what she said was very poignant about praying for Will and Jada. You know, they've had problems for many, many years, off and on. Not anything we can confirm. It's all allegedly. But they're real people. And, you know, things do happen. And I just hope everybody can rise above this. I hope apologies can be made. I hope that we don't have to go to some kind of strange Oscar thing where it's all virtual next year because of something that could have been handled professionally and off stage later on. Will Smith. And then to know that Jaden, the son of Jada and Will, was, you know, backing his dad, which I know a kid would do. And not a kid, I know he's an adult now, but you know, that's what an adult would do, who loves their parents, back their parent. But at the same time, maybe something's missing. Maybe we don't understand what goes on behind the scenes out there in Hollywood. Maybe this is what does happen, and we just are now finding out. We think they put up this whole acting veneer about how wonderful and professional everyone is, when it's really just brawling and balling behind the scenes, and we don't even see it. Now we're like, oh, that's what it's really like. That's what it's really about. Okay, I get it now. I don't know. I just know that I'm sad. I'm disappointed. And the events, I'm disappointed for everyone else who, you know, now won't, you know, won't have their day in the sun because Will Smith stole their he got everybody's Oscars tonight. Nobody cares about sound design, costume design, best makeup and hair. What? Because Will Smith sucked all the air out of the room. As much as I still like Will Smith, I really still admire and like Will Smith. You know how it is. Anybody that's a parent out there, put your kid in timeout. Like, you know better than to do that, but you don't stop loving the kid, right? You know, I think Will Smith has broken a lot of barriers over the years, and apparently he's trying to break Jaws now, break Chris Rock. put a little slap on him. I don't know, guys. I'll tell you what, like I said before, as a reseller, no matter what camp you're in, you're either going to be watching more Chris Rock stuff. So, we know all gossip is good gossip, right? All, any attention is good attention. Bad attention is good attention. Because now everyone's going to go and look at Will Smith's entire catalog of films. Everyone's going to go and look at Chris Rock's entire catalog of films and his comedy specials. And everybody don't hate Chris right now. Chris is on top of the world. You thought Leonardo DiCaprio was on top of the world in the Titanic? No, it's Chris Rock and Will Smith. Because no one cares about who else won tonight, except we all know Will Smith won. Okay, so that's all we care about, and that's all we're talking about. Everyone turned off their TVs at this point. They're like, we're not even talking about Chris Rock anymore. I'm sorry, we're not talking about anyone else anymore. We're only talking about Chris and Will, and that's what's happening. So on that, I feel bad for everyone else. I hope people refrain from commenting all the other actors. I wouldn't comment if I were an actor and I knew them. I wouldn't even say anything. I'd be like, no, you're not gonna catch me on some hot take or hot mic making a comment about either of them, because I'd be concerned about my career. Maybe one day I would get somewhere with Will Smith or with Chris Rock, and I don't want to be saying anything bad. So, yeah. On that note, I wish everybody success, including Will and Jada and Chris. I hope that things can be worked out, so we're not going through this next year. And I hope that this doesn't make the fact that we have a producer that is Black, I hope that doesn't make him look bad, because it's not his fault. But at the same time, I certainly, if I was a producer, I would be a little pissed off. Like, you get your time, because again, we're not even talking about the producer. Oh, we have a nice new producer and have us in Black. And no, we're talking about, look at the showdown. The showcase showdown. That's what we're talking about. So, I don't know. I'm not over it yet. I'm learning to calm down. But it was shocking. It was just shocking. And I don't ever want to see anything like that on stage at the Oscars again. I already don't watch them enough, but I don't want to ever see or hear anything like that again. I mean, too old for this stuff. Although we act like it's high school after high school, we act like we did in high school after high school. I mean, I get Jada's the prom queen and Will's the prom king. I get it, but come on, guys. We don't need to go beat up the geeks just because we can. Cooler heads prevail. This is Kai at the, hey, how are you? Look who we have here. We have a traveler. Hello, dear. Burundian. Oh my gosh. Hello, Burundian traveler. Can I ask you a question? Guys, this is Burundian traveler. He's in, guess what? He's in the continent of Africa as we speak, correct? I'm correct. I want to ask you, are you and your friends talking about what happened here in California with Will Smith right now? Are you guys discussing or do you even know about it? Let's start with that. Do you know about it? And if you do, are you talking about it? Let me know, because all of the channels that I frequent on YouTube here, they're all talking about it. So I wonder how far around the world. I made a joke earlier about it was the slap heard around the world. I wonder how far it really got. Are there people in different countries in Africa talking about this? You know, are people in Burundi talking about this? Like, like Zuta, no. I see. Okay. If you get an opportunity, maybe tomorrow, I know it's not tomorrow for you, but the next day for you, if you hear about what happened, let me know on this, come back and leave me a comment and let me know if you hear anything over the next day or two. But yeah, the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock. So Will Smith, the actor, got on stage, apparently smacked Chris Rock for saying something that was, Will Smith felt like it was disrespectful toward his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and went to handle it like we're in the, dark ages where we just go and slap people and get ready to duel. I'm not saying that was the dark ages. What I'm saying is, like, we don't do that anymore. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, the whole Will Smith thing, it's been on the news when it broke here about 8:30. I am in California. So it's 8:30, or I'm sorry, it's 10 o'clock p.m. now. I first heard about it at 8:30, which was about a half an hour after the Oscar awards for, the movies and things like that here in the US started. So I don't watch TV for that stuff. So it just kind of came across my phone that he got up on stage. Will Smith got up on stage and slapped Chris Rock, and it's the entire internet here in the US can't talk about anything else because there's nothing else to talk about. They're all talking about Will Smith. And one YouTuber was saying to stay off Twitter, just stay off Twitter. I can't even imagine. I don't have a Twitter. I refuse to go on Twitter. Twitter is, I just refuse to go on Twitter. And I can only imagine what Twitter people, folks, trolls could be saying about both men and Jada Pinkett Smith at this point. I probably wouldn't want to hear the nastiness. Like, c'est terrible, possible. But I wouldn't want to hear it. But from what I have heard, at first I thought it was a stunt that they were doing, but it wasn't a stunt. As it's come to light now. It's being reported or purported that it was not a stunt, that it was an actual slap. So I'm sure that there will be some news programs there in your town that will eventually show it, because it was again, it's all over the news here in the US, and especially in California, because I'm not very far away from the Academy Awards where it's all being held. So I'm far, but not very far. Far, like it takes me a couple hours to get up there. But yeah, so it's just, I'm just sad that it had to happen this way. I would have hoped that they would have conducted their behavior a little bit more professionally. But then, on the other hand, all attention is good attention, even when it's bad, right? So, I mean, in a marketing thing, they're probably like, I'll tell you what I did, and this, to be honest, I went straight over, I grabbed this Will Smith item I had saved, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it later or whatever. And then I went and bought it. I went immediately and bought it. Here's why I bought it. Because I know that if I buy it now, before the hike, before the price increase on Will Smith stuff, that I can pass it to my kids and they'll have it, because I'm quite sure that the legacy of Will Smith won't diminish. And it will only make his stuff become more valuable because of the scarcity, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. So guys, thank you for joining me so much, Burundian Traveler. And on that note, everyone, it is 10:04 here in Southern California. I know they'll possibly be wrapping up the Oscars soon. Who knows? Because, they go 4 or 5 hours on that. But I don't know about tonight. They're probably just going to get it all done so they can go, what the heck are you doing? Why did you ruin my Oscars? I know I'd be totally PO'd. I probably wouldn't allow Will Smith to come back maybe next year, put him on a little timeout, because I wouldn't want anything like this to occur again. If I was producing and I had an opportunity to produce next year, I would not invite Will Smith. I would not. So on that note, guys, Thanks for joining me, everybody. And I will talk about shoes in the next video once I kind of calm down from the shock of what happened. You know, it does affect our world. It affects our world, our worldview. People don't think, you know, people are in a bubble and they think, oh, something like that wouldn't affect you. It does. It does. We can manage it. I can manage. I ain't gonna go punch Will Smith because he punched somebody else. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I got these Bella Hadid sneakers I gotta list. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you are a reseller, I hope you have a great sales week, especially on your Chris Rock and Will Smith items. Jada too.